Hi, and welcome back to Farmstead MTG. We are still going green. We are 4-1 at the moment, so let's take a look at some decks. And here's my green deck, using it before. You might ask questions in the comments below, and I'm planning to make a wrap-up video after this series is over. So here's my deck, and here's my opponent's deck. Player name is Kåre, and he's playing the deck. And yeah, this is the really control version. He's playing 2 Abyss main deck. You can see he has two Divine Offerings as well, so he's ready for the robot meta. As win conditions, he has 4 factories, is a Mirror Universe and a Fireball, 2 recalls, so this deck is really grindy and controlling. As for sideboarding, you can see he has 2 moats and 3 Serra Angels. Those are good against my deck. So yeah, this deck looks really solid. Okay, let's get down to the match. Game number 1. Kåre is mulligan to 6. I'm on the play. Pendelhaven into a Scavenger Folk. So a good start, and here's a turn 1 library. Not good at all, but he's mulligan to 6, so he can't use it right away. Here's a strip mine, so that's very lucky. And an attack for 2. The Pendelhaven can give a 1/1 creature plus 1/2. It's an underground sea. Attack for 1, tapping 2 mana for an Emerald Dragonfly. Oh no. Ancestral Recall. So that's not good. Lots of card advantage. So he's doing some thinking. A second Underground Sea into a Soul Ring. Casting a Demonic Tutor. So he doesn't have white mana. So that's a good thing. And he just passed the turn. So now I can take care of the Soul Ring with my Scavenger Folk. There's another factory, so a bit stuck on. Okay, a Crumble. That's good, and I can attack for 4. Puts him down to 14. There's a white mana, 4 mana. Oh, an Abyss. So maybe yeah. Okay. So of course I take the Dragonfly first, because I can use my Scavenger Folk to take that Mox perhaps. It really depends on how fast I want to do damage. If I can mana screw him, I have 2 factories, so I can really put a beating on. But I'm missing some damage here if I attack with my Scavenger Folk. So and an Ice Storm, perfect. Okay, so I really attacked his lands. That's very good. But if he draws another white mana, I would like that one. A Gem-Day Tome. Okay, so now I need to finish this fast. I've missed some damage because I tried to mana screw him. So I could have done like 4 or 5 more damage. So I attacked for 3, and playing that Elves of Deep Shadow was like derp into an Abyss. That's what happened in the later rounds when you were getting tired and you had some drinks. So sorry about that. And so stupid. I'm glad no one saw it. Okay, so only attack. Yeah, he has a factory that he can block with, so I only attack with 1. And there's a disenchant. Not good. So my plan here was that he was going to block, and I could pump my factory and we could trade. But he has a massive card advantage, so I'm just gonna have to try something. This is either a bluff or I have a giant growth in my hand. Drawing a card, drawing another card, another factory, not good. There's no point in waiting, so I'm just trying. So he's going to block. There's a giant growth, and in response he has a sword closure. Yep, so I'm pretty out of gas here. He's at 9. I think we're discussing if you can tap it for mana, even if it's a creature, and I think that is correct. Another Mox. So he has a 7 mana. That's a Brain Geyser for 5. Card advantage. Yeah, there isn't any card I can draw here to get out of this. Yep, scoop. So let's talk sideboarding. So what did I see? Yeah, I saw a lot of restricted cards, but I also saw Abyss. So those dervishes are very good against the Abyss. I also brought in 2 Tranquilities and 2 Tsunamis just to try to attack his mana base even more. It looks, I felt it was like a really control-ish version of the deck. So, and my read was kind of right, but he could transform into a different or a slightly different deck with putting in those 3 Serra Angels and the moats. So that's always the gamble. You sideboard the way you think your opponent's deck is, and then he changed it. So I took out 2 City in a Bottle. I took out 4 Giant Growth since I didn't see any Serra Angels, and I took 2 Fire Spirits. So that was my plan. Of course, I don't know how my opponent is going to sideboard, and I of course didn't see a deck picture. So that's the plan. Shuffle up and deal. And game number 2. I'm on the play. Bayou into Scavenger Folk. Very good. Of course I would like to have a mana elf for that insane turn 2 Ice Storm. Ooh, Mox, Lotus, 5 mana. So he's playing a Lotus into my Scavenger Folk. Mind Twist, so that's why. So a Mind Twist for 4. I have 5 cards, and I get to keep 1, and those 4 is gone. Wow. So should I take the Mox with my Scavenger Folk? I don't think so. I just have to try to attack, and he's missing his land drop. So now I think it's correct to take his Mox. And I actually took his land. Yeah, that was funny. So I took out the Mox and he put his land in his graveyard. But yeah, talking about the later rounds, this is what happened. And none of us noticed it. But it was a Plains and it was a Mox Pearl, so it doesn't matter, at least for now. And I don't think he did it on purpose. Drawing 3 cards. A lot of power. And restricted cards. So, yeah, I have my 2 mana dorks. I can attack for 2. I have a third one. Strip Mine for tapping 4 into a moat. Not good. I needed some flyers. That's 6 mana. Brain Geyser for 4. Yeah, this is what the deck can do. It is full of restricted cards, and this is part of the game. Sometimes I get to mana screw them and run them over, and sometimes I don't. Tapping 5 mana. Here she is, Serra Angel. A Dervish. He has protection from black, my anti-abyss tech, but there isn't any abyss in this game, only a moat and 2 angry angels. Going down fast. I'm down to 8. I can only take 1 more attack from those 2. Strip mining. So it's cutting me from black mana. Okay, so I saw the closure. So it's really cutting me off of black mana, just in case I have something. But he has 2 blue up, so I guess there's a counter spell. That's a flyer and a scoop. GG. So Cora won 2-0. That was a quick loss. So yeah, he had a lot of good cards. A lot of restricted cards. I managed to attack his mana base pretty well in game 1. He only had 2 underground seas, but yeah, it was a gamble. I could have attacked for more damage, but I tried to mana screw him. It has worked before in this series, so didn't this time. Game 2 was a turn 1 mind twist, kind of hard to come back from. And he also kind of next leveled me on the sideboarding, because he took in his 3 Serra Angels and his moats, and I took out my giant growth, so it was hard, and I didn't take in terror, so I really had very few outs against Serra Angel. So yeah, I don't know if I should have sideboarded differently, or suspect is taking in Serra Angels perhaps. So yeah, you can tell me that in the comments below. So I got my 2nd loss, but there's 1 round left. I might go in if I go and win the next one. I've been on the top tables all day, so I think my stats are pretty okay. So yeah, let's see. So thank you for watching, as always. You should like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And yeah, goodbye.